Hello everyone and welcome back to Vinty's story. Well, as you can see, today we will not be able to finish growing our flax, but it is going to be very close to fruiting. So in the next episode we will have plenty of flax, but unfortunately not in this one. Now as for our quest towards making steel, the pulverizer will be basically completely automated at this point. As you can see, we are going to have another hopper at the output, and you might be able to tell that we are actually processing quartz now, so at least the bauxite is finished. Anyways, today we will go out and mine up a bunch of, well, copper, as you might have expected, and we'll use that to make that other hopper. And you might be able to tell that the fireplace is in use. That is because at the very end of the episode we will start making the calcium flint, which is what we need to make a lot, and I really mean a lot, of fire clay. So anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. Alrighty then, let's get started. So first, let me put this away, and yes, as I said at the end of the last episode, today we will go out and mine up some extra copper, because we need that to make another chute, and yeah, let's just take care of it. If we had the ship ready, that would be amazing, because we could just sail out this way and go to the mines straight away, but unfortunately we are not there yet. Also, let me just check. Ooh, this one has a very poor chance of giving us halite. That would be kind of great, but if we can't get any of it, it's not the end of the world, but still, I wouldn't say no to some salt. Anyways, give me well, not a second, but a couple of minutes, and I will see you once we are on site. There we go. We are on site. Let me see, how deep was it? Also, I remember vaguely that this area might have been temporally unstable. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, right, this was just a exploratory tunnel. And I believe... no, wait. This is not the copper. The copper was the one upstairs. Is this the copper? Yes, it is. Okay. So I do believe having some troubles with temporal stability before in this area. So yeah, having turned it off is quite good for us actually. Anyways, I will see you once we are done mining. I think we are done with this, but I do suspect that we have run into the end of this deposit because it is actually... Yeah, I think it's because of the upheaval of the area. Usually, these kind of deposits are a lot bigger, and the edges of these deposits usually are a little bit more gradual. So, yeah, I think it's because of the upheaval that it was so suddenly stopped on the edges. So, yeah, I suppose this is still a very good copper mining area, but unfortunately, as I've said, the upheaval is not helping our case. So I suppose at some point we'll come back, but for now, these 3 stacks are going to be perfectly fine. I will leave the andesite stones here, they will despawn, and that's fine. Also, yes, I can hear the wolves. That's a pig. Okay, I am not going to stay here and wait to be hunted down. I am just going to go ahead and head home. Also, tell you what, I did see some flowers that I would like to pick up. Those lupine flowers. Also, right. I do really remember having these bees here, but thankfully we don't need them anymore. Anyways, as I said, I would like to get my hands on... that's a... Wait. That's a hair. Okay, never mind. I would like to get my hands on some different kinds of flowers. Yeah, heather is nice, but some variety that's not going to be a bad thing, because, well, I would like to have some variety in the garden, basically. These flowers are first things first. Let me just quickly... Oh, wait. I did see a Reddit post. If I do this, there we go, perfect. We can take out food right in the inventory. Maybe one more portion. Thank you. That's a tiny bit too much, but that's fine. So, these are blue flowers. That's not going to be a lot of color variation, but it's a start. Basically, yeah, purple and blue are not all that different. But I do remember vaguely having these kinds of flowers a little bit closer to the base. So I think I will pick up, I don't know, half a stack of these here. And then I will see what we can pick up a little bit closer to home. Right, these are the other ones that I've seen, but they are purple. They are basically the same color as the heather, so I don't think I will use them. I suppose we can pick up this dwarf firs. I'm really hoping that I am pronouncing these flower names correctly. Yeah, some yellow among the purple wouldn't be too bad. Ooh, that's the moose. Okay. That's going to be a little bit risky, but that is going to be a very good source of meat. So let's try our luck. Ooh, okay. It's low weight, and it is a male, so there is a potential for an antler. Let's see if we get lucky. Okay, no antler, and yeah, low weight means not a lot of meat. Oh well, 5 is more than nothing, I suppose. You know what? This ram, I suppose, might as well serve as the rest of the meat source. Yeah, that's great. That is going to be 6 portions of meat stew. Okay, it is very dark now, so let's just go home. And welcome home. Okay, let me just take a look at these guys. Ooh, lovely. 8 out of 9 on some of them. Maybe at the end of the episode we might be able to start harvesting. I am not going to promise anything, obviously, because it's a little bit unreliable. Anyways, let's just go to bed. No, wait. Before we go to bed, let's put away the meat. I do not want it to go bad, and put the large hides in the borax water. And you know what? This one we can put down on the floor, so this will be our next source of food. And you know what? Let's just eat the rest of this there. Wait, where is the... Wait, what happened with the fourth bowl? Oh, there you are. Oh, that was scary for a second. Yeah, let's just put away the hide real quick, and then we can go to bed. Obviously, it will keep for a long time, but I do not want to risk it. Large hides, and yeah, let's just go for it. And good morning. Okay. Now, before we do anything, first... Okay, before we do the bees, I want to get started on the copper. So let's break 1 stack. Yeah, 1 stack is going to be enough for now. So, obviously, we only need 120 Thank you. As usual, 3 pieces of peat. Let's light it up. Thank you. And then 3 pieces of charcoal. Okay, next let's process the rest of the copper. Yeah, that's not good on the hammer, but not much we can do about that. Then we need to put away the copper, obviously. Ooh, not bad. 659 pieces of copper bits. Lovely. Okay, then the fat can go in here. Let's sort out the spears. And that's it. Okay, this one can go there. The charcoal can go there, and let's take care of the bees. They should be done by now. Yes, they are. Okay, let's harvest them real quick. Ooh, 9, not bad. And obviously, these guys. Let's just use the first inventory slot. Ooh, that's lovely. That's 4 frames. And that's inside the... whatever. I wonder... Let me test something. Okay, don't put that there. Thank you. I don't suppose we can harvest the frames inside the boxes, right? First, let me take care of these. So this one goes there. The brood box goes on top. Let me just... Ooh, lovely, 5 frames. Can I harvest them in here? No, I cannot. Okay, fine. Please give me honey. Okay, it's a little bit inconsistent. Let me just do it like this. There we go. I do believe we can repair these frames, so don't worry too much about the damage. This one goes there, the brood box goes on top, and you guys please, sorry, you gals, please get back to work. In case you didn't know, apart from the drones, every single bee is female. That is why I'm calling them gals. Okay, the copper should be done at this point. Not yet, but very close. Obviously we need the tongs. Yeah, that's going to be fine. There's going to be enough temperature to finish it. While that one is going on, let me quickly water the garden. Alright, the copper should be good to go at this point, and it is great. Okay, this is going to be enough copper to make one more hopper. Now the wind speed is a strong breeze, not as strong as I would like it to be, but I think it's going to be okay. Let me just put... where did I put the axle? Did I put it into this one? No, I did not. We should have 2 more axles, I believe. There you are. Okay, this can come with us as well. You know what? I think, yeah, these stones can be thrown away. We have plenty of andesite in the area. It's fine. Let me just check if this is strong enough winds to drive the half hammer, because we have some splitting to do. And just barely. Okay, so this one can go... Okay, it should be going in here. You know what? At this point, I will get rid of these quarter logs. It's fine. In fact, anything else we can throw away from here. These sticks can go in our inventory. Anything we can throw away. The wattle fences we can throw away, I think. If we need to make more, we are going to have plenty to go around. And yeah, I don't really want to waste anything else from here. Okay, wait. Yeah, so these quarter corner logs can go in the water, that's fine, they will despawn. This can go in here. Right, and the wattle fences. They are just sticks anyway, so wasting them is not the end of the world. Okay, so how are you guys? Yeah, they are still soft. Okay, fine. I will go downstairs and harvest the honey. Maybe by that time they should be done. We should have... yeah, there you are. .2 liters of honey. That's great. 11 liters altogether. Lovely, lovely. Okay, and we have plenty of beeswax as well. Okay, I will deal with the flowers in a second. Let's just check on the copper. It is still soft, okay. Let's just see what we can do with the flowers. So, as I said, I would like these patches of flowers to be a little bit more varied. So, I will pick up some of the header. Something along these lines, I suppose. And I will put some of the taller flowers in the back. Some of the smaller flowers in the front and that kind of stuff. Basically, I just want to have a little bit more variety in the kinds of flowers we have in this place. So that's 14, we have 36 and 29 of these. Also, if we wanted to, we could put some flowers in the back because they can reach over the fence. So that should be fine as well. I was kind of hoping that most of them would be, well, tall like this, but some of them are a little bit too small for my liking, but oh well. Anyways, let me just quickly finish placing these along the edges. And I suppose we can place the other kinds of flowers here, maybe, no, wait, here as well. Anyways, we can put the other kinds of flowers in the middle along with the header. Okay, I think these small ones I will replace with these. I don't really like when these lupin flowers are so, well, small. Okay, what do you think of the new flower garden? I think it looks a little bit nicer than it used to be. A little bit more varied. I still have these spaces open. So one here, and one here for more Langstroth hives. So yeah, I think this is going to be fine. And as I have said, we could have some flowers in the back as well, so the bees can have even more flowers to work with. But you know what, I think they are spoiled enough already, so it's not really important. Anyways, the copper should be hot by now. Oh yes, tell you what, let's get started on hammering out the next set of plates. Okay, I am not 100%, but let's just say 90% sure that we are not going to have flax harvest in this episode. but in the next one it is going to be very, very likely. I don't think I will water them anymore. They should be fine. And I think if we leave the soil to rest a little bit and allow it to absorb a little bit more fertilizer, I think we should be in a very good place for the next sowing. Because I do believe we started at 50% potassium and we only managed to reach 46%. So if we start a little bit higher up, we should be in a good position to speed up the growing phase. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. Anyways, let's carry on making more plates. Okay, we have everything. So let's quickly find. There we go. Now we should be okay. There we go. So let's make another hopper. And there we go. And all we need now is a chest. We have plenty of nails. Yeah, let's just make another one. It's fine. There, and the boards all around. Thank you. This one can go back on the floor. Thank you. And once again, don't forget, this setup is completely temporary. I just want to, well, basically get things rolling. So what we need to do now is put the hopper here, there, and we need to put the chest right under it. There we go. So this one goes, okay, let's make it properly. This one goes right there. And basically the pulverizer will, you know what, let me just show you. So this one is full. Good. All we need to do now is take this out. Thank you. And put it right here. Now the pulverizer will draw the bauxite from this hopper. And it will output into this hopper. And that hopper will feed the bauxite, the crushed bauxite, in here. Also, can you please do it properly? Thank you. I do believe it might help if we fence it off a little bit so nothing gets thrown where it shouldn't be thrown. So yeah, I think this is going to be fine. Now we don't need to do this manually. This will be done eventually. Okay. Might as well go upstairs and pick up 4 stacks of quartz, and at that point we are going to be pretty much done with the pulverizing, at least for the first tier of these kinds of bricks, but that is going to be just the first step. The biggest step is going to be, as I have said, is going to be the fire clay. Now, let me just check something. So the refractory bricks, we are going to go for tier 1, obviously, because anything higher than that will require higher tier pounding caps, so might as well just go for this. So to make this, we will need, well, 8 bricks, and that also needs 2 fire clay each. Oh geez, that's going to be a lot. Anyways, this is... well, this is going nicely. Okay, so as I said, after the bauxite is finished, we will get started on the quartz, and then the pulverizing will be done for the time being. Might as well get started on... you know what? Before we start making the flint, let's just put this... you know what? This one can be... no, wait, don't throw this away. We'll need to rebuild that hole we have dug out. So I think what we'll need to do next is not mine, but cut down a bunch of trees, because we'll need to make another, well, at least one more firing of charcoal, because as I said, we need to have some calcium flint. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the bauxite is all finished. Let me quickly put in the quartz and then we'll go to bed, I suppose. So in goes the quartz and out comes crushed quartz. Perfect. Okay, let's just plug this side hole so nothing flows where it shouldn't, and we can go to bed. And good morning. Okay, we are about halfway done with the charcoal pit. Well, no reason to delay. Let's just continue filling it up and let's make the next batch of charcoal, because we will need a lot to make all that fire clay. Finally. Okay, so the charcoal pit is lit. Let's take a look at these guys. He is fine and she is still pregnant. Great. Okay, so the charcoal pit appears to be working correctly. Good. Okay, how are we doing with the... Let's take a look. Yeah, it's not great. The wind is light breeze. Yeah. It's not very strong, so it will take a bit of time, unfortunately. But yeah, this will take a while. How is the flex? Yeah, this will have to wait until the next episode, I'm afraid. At least we have some spelt, which means, yeah, I really should use this for food, but tell you what, let's take care of the chickens as well. Okay, I will save the spelt for proper food stuff. We can use the rye, I suppose. Lovely. So is there any flax that we could harvest? Because I would prefer to give the chickens some flax if we can. Unfortunately, doesn't appear any of them are quite ready yet. Okay, fine. Let's just give the chickens some rye. Oh yeah, and don't forget to replant. So there. Wait. That's just a single spelt seed. We should have more than this. There we go. That's 3. So we had harvested 1, 2. Oh, we only harvest. No, wait. I harvested 3, right? That's 2. Was one of these spelt as well? I don't remember. Well, anyways, this is very good in potassium. So I suppose... Okay, I will still leave them to grow a little bit, that's fine. These will eat nitrogen. Yeah, this is going to be perfect for these guys. Okay, let's start with the spelt and then the rest will be rye. Perfect. Okay then, so any of these? No. Yeah, maybe in the morning we will have some flax. Okay then, let me just check. We only have 16 flint. I don't suppose we have any more stashed away somewhere. There is none in here, unfortunately. Okay then, let me just give the chickens the rye and I will go out and, well, okay, technically I really shouldn't do this, but you know what, I do expect to have a couple of time lapses in this one. Okay, so the chickens have a full trough of food. There we go. They should be able to finish brooding on that set on those eggs, and we should have some chicks relatively soon now. Anyways, these can go in here. Lovely. We can make some rye bread if we wanted to. Anyways, there we go. Yeah, tell you what, I will go out and pick up a bunch of, there we go, flint, and I will bring it back and let's start making some calcium flint. I wonder if we can use the pulverizer to deal with the calcium flint. I guess I will find out eventually. Anyways, give me a second, please. Okay, welcome back home. So first things first, let me just take a look. Yeah, instead of 14 hours now, these are 10 hours. Great. So they are actually sitting on them as they should. That's great. The flax appears to be still not finished, but we do have some more rye and spelt good to go. Let's take care of them. I don't want to have any of these sitting idle. Good, and let's just focus on spelt, I suppose. So these are nitrogen, right? You know what? It's fine. And 7. Yeah, it's not the most ideal situation, but it's fine in terms of fertility. But you know what? It's okay. So let me put. Now that we have another batch of charcoal burning, I suppose we can. Yeah, let's just check. Yeah, we need 1000 degrees, so we cannot leave it up to the peat bricks. We need to use charcoal for this. Okay, I think I will use half a stack of charcoal for now. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, 32. That's it. So I will put, you know what, I will put everything except for, I don't know, yeah, 6 should be fine. I still want to leave at least a little bit of flint on us just in case. And then the charcoal, and let's just get it going. If I was standing here all the time and babysitting this, it would be a tiny bit more efficient, but it's fine. I don't want to do that. So anyways, I think we are pretty much good to go for this episode. All that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.